How you doing, folks? Dermot from Resync Physio. Today we're going to do a video about why females get knee pain when they're doing CrossFit. So what you have to understand as regards CrossFit, and especially with females, is that they're going to use their quads an awful lot more than they should be using their glutes or their hamstrings. And the reason for that is they're doing an awful lot of squats. So you're doing your wall balls, you're doing your back squat, you're doing your front squats, you might be doing your walking lunges as well. And depending on which way you're doing them, you're going to load that knee differently. Now, the problem when it comes down to it is that if you're loading your quads too much and you're not loading your glutes and your hamstrings, then you're going to run into trouble and you're going to get knee pain. When you're doing exercises that you think are going to be your glutes and your hamstrings, but you're feeling them in your quads, you're generally loading the quads a little bit too much. That's why your quads are burning your squats and your wall balls and a few other exercises that you're doing. So what I want to try and do is give you a couple of fixes that you can change in your squat and in your lunge to try and actually deload the knee and try and recruit more of those hamstrings and those glutes as much as you can. All right. Okay, so let's start off with the lunge. So what you'll find is a lot of people when they're doing the lunges, is what they'll step forward and they'll bend that knee far forward and they'll bring their chest forward and they'll push down through that leg. Now what we want to kind of see when we're doing a lunge is we want to see that shin be nice and vertical in that position, but also that chest down. Now, as you bring that chest down, you're going to load your glutes and your hamstrings a little bit more, and from that position you push through your foot and stand up. Generally what we'll find was with females is they'll come down, they'll bring that knee kind of further forward, keep their chest upright, and then push down through the foot, which is going to load those quads an awful lot more. So each time you're going to do that, you're doing 50 or 60 reps of it, it's going to cause those quads to get overloaded as much as they can. And you can test this out yourself. Grab two weights on either side, 5 kg, 10 kg, reverse lunge back into that position, bring your chest down and push through that foot and come up. Do about 10 or 12 of them and see how that feels, and then do it the opposite direction where you're kind of you're just pushing that knee forward and then pushing back up as much as you can. So that's going to that'll try to get your glutes and your hamstrings into it, try and deload the quad a little bit more. And then a lot of people, when they're doing RDLs, they're not actually kind of lengthening down through that position because they're keeping the bar too close toward them, or what they're doing is they're sticking their ass back too far and their weight back is back in their heels. I want you to push that foot down into the ground, have a good contact with it, and try and lean forward. Now don't do this with heavy weights. You want to be nice and light with that position, but you're trying to bring that weight a little bit further forward so you're nearly on the front of your toes, and then pull up from there. And that's going to load those hamstrings and those glutes a little bit more. Regarding the squat, it's a little bit difficult because you're always going to load the quads in that position. But if you're probably having a little bit of knee pain, what I'd probably try and get you to do is to change around from doing a back squat to doing a front squat. And that's going to change the mechanics of where you're going to load from. You're going to engage more of your core in this position. You're going to sit more upright into it, and you're going to sit back. So if you're doing a normal squat, you have back squat here and your chest is coming down a little bit too much, then you're going to load those quads a little bit too much. But if you get a weight, hold it in front of it, and you can stretch them in that position, you can see the way I'm standing an awful lot more upright. And then from that position, you can load those glutes a little bit better. You'll still get some quads into it, but you're still going to load a little bit more in there. So yeah, we get a lot of people coming in, especially coming in from gyms that may not explain the movements as well as they should. And while they will understand what position you're in and you look good in the right position, we're going to look at it from a muscle point of view. So which muscles you're actually working when you're in that position. And that's going to make a world of difference. So hope that helps. Any questions, give us a buzz. And yeah, see you again soon.